Okay, so more Henry Higgins weight distribution stuff. So last time we looked at how I could make it difficult for Tyrone to stand up inside my guard by basically lifting my butt off the mat on my shoulders. I stretch my legs out and I curl my heels down. Tyrone tries to stand up. I'm nearly like pinching his legs to the mat. Now he can nearly throw himself forward to stand up, and when he does, that's when I'm pulling to get him down, and then I can start to work on my sweeps from there. Let's just say I'm late and he gets his first foot up, so he's in combat base. So we were here, I was sleeping, and he gets his one foot up, perfect. Okay, so obviously he wants to get a second leg up. He's going to be leaning this way to get his actual leg up, perfect. And now you can start to play the game. Just jump down there, bro. So knowing that, okay, there's no weight on Tyrone's right knee here. Okay, and especially when he leans to his left, there's very little weight on that. So all I'm going to do is, I'm going to turn my hip and I point my outside of my left knee as if I'm trying to put all the weight into Tyrone's right knee. Now I'm still very similar to what we covered last time. I'm still curling my heels down and lifting my hip. So now when he tries to stand up, it's difficult, but another thing I'm also doing is pulling forward with my legs, so he has to post with his hand. The minute he does, now I can start my whole offensive game. So I'm just gonna underhook his arm, hip out. I'm gonna bring my right leg over my shoulder to try and hit into the belly down arm bar position. If Tyrone's arm's flopping about, it's just submission time, but he's gonna grab the inside of his leg. And now from there, the minute he grabs the inside of his leg, his main offense is posture. He's gonna like try and sit up, yeah, posture straight back, keep going. Yeah, so he's gonna try and sit up, and then he can start pushing on my foot and stuffing it between his legs and do all sorts of things from this position. So to control his posture, the top leg knee is gonna come through and I'm gonna flare my knee out. Okay, that's one thing of stopping his posture. Secondly is I have a Chimera grip, like a hand-to-hand grip over his elbow, and my goal now is to try and get his right elbow in line with his right shoulder, just by lifting up like this. The other thing he can do by lifting his head is my bottom leg. I'm just going to start going belly down, and I just windshield wiper my instep over his head. So now from there, try to posture, do your stuff. Now you want to break this grip. From our position, if I just let go and try and physically switch to Chimera trap, I'm going to lose that arm. So the detail is, I just keep pressure with the left hand. Right hand's free, that slides down to the end of the wrist. And then I put the crook of my arm around his wrist. Right hand grabs the shin, pull his foot towards his butt. And what that does is, that lifts his knee off the mat. And now I can strip that grip. From there I have the belly down arm bar, and if he decides to roll from that position, all I do is I keep the pressure with my right foot behind the back of his head. Second leg comes over, and then we can just take it from the Juji Katami position. Just get another angle there, bro. So from close guard, I was late and he got his first foot up. I know he wants to lean this way to get the second foot up, so I am extending my legs, curling my heels down, but I'm turning my hip, putting all the weight on Tyrone's knee, so I'm actually flaring that knee down. So now if he tries to stand up, it's difficult, but another thing I'm doing is I can pull on my legs and hopefully get him to post with his right hand on the mat. The minute he does, I'm going to underhook it. Already that hand's coming, that hand-to-hand position there, and I'm like chopping into his shoulder. I'm going to hip out, and now from there I'm going to bring my right leg over. Secondary leg comes in at the hip. And it depends on what my opponent does for me. If the arm's here, I'm just going to go straight for a razor arm lock. His defense will be to reach behind and make the grip. And now the first thing I'm thinking about is controlling his posture. So I'm going to be putting that pressure on his shoulder, trying to get his elbow in line with his shoulder, my top leg comes shallow and my bottom leg comes over the back of his head. Now you want to strip this grip, so I keep the pressure with my left hand, right hand's free, grab the wrist, get the crook of my arm around his wrist, grab the shin, lift his heel towards his butt, and then I just strip it. And now from there, I have it, and he decides to roll. From that position, I just bring my right foot behind the back of his head, the left comes over, finishing from the Juji. Just cut the angle to here, bro. So, from close guard, I was late, he got into combat base, so I'm going to be lifting my hips and turning my knee out. So all the weight's on Tyrone's right leg. So if he tries to stand up, it's difficult, but the only thing I'm doing is I'm pulling with my knees to try and get his hand on the mat. The minute he posts on the mat, I'm just going to underhook it, hip out. If his head's low, I can sort of use my elbow a little bit here, so I can bring this leg over, and now we're into the whole belly armbar, down armbar position. He will grab. So again, from there, we want to control his posture. So the top leg is deep. I'm going to pull it shallow and floor my knee out to get that hand-to-hand grip. Try to get his elbow in line with his shoulder. And then I slightly go belly down to get my foot over the back of his head. Try the posture, bro. And then from that position, it's just connection with my left hand. Right grabs the wrist, crook of the arm around, like that, lift that. Split that, put him in, or he decides to roll, I just let him roll, and I keep my right foot behind the back of his head. Sit up, bro. Now this one's coming over to bring him back down again. So that's weight distribution when they're in combat base. Trying to get his arm to the mat for an open elbow, and then we can attack with the belly down arm bar.